Ladies and gentlemen, please put your screen on full view. Please put your screen on full view. This is EBMN2K, aka that Jolly Rancher, aka Pretty Ricky, what they call me, and aka the King of Receipts. I welcome you to my channel with the same name. Shout out to the Viper Pit over at STL's, Bomb Cherry, Warren, and Denini. Also, I want to send a shout out to the Clout Chasers and the chat members of TMR Talks, Kels, Keeping Up with the Goddess, and Tracy with the T. Make sure when you come in, you hit the like button, subscribe, and set the notification bell to all. I understand that you may be listening while you're driving, cooking, working out, or at work, so your time is greatly appreciated. Again, I welcome you, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Peace. You know, I've come to the realization that with My Jazzy Life, it's not just that she's a bad parent. Jazzy is just stupid. She's stupid, y'all. Forrest Gump said it best. Stupid is as stupid does. In my last commentary, I gave you an example of how stupid Jazzy was when she told her kids to not run into the streets. At the time, she and her kids were sitting on the street curbside, 2 feet away from the street. It's like Jazzy creates scenarios for accidents to happen. This part 3 video is no different. In one clip, Jazzy places the toddler Aiden on the 4-foot-high kitchen counter table and walks away. Aiden was not fully on the kitchen counter table, and his legs were dangling freely as he sat on the edge of the kitchen table. But of course, sitting on the edge of the kitchen counter table did not last long. Right after Jazzy walks away from him, baby Aiden falls from the 4-foot-high kitchen counter onto the floor as Jazzy's daughters try to catch his fall. Then Jazzy blames him and says he does this all the time because he acts like an acrobat. Well, if this is the case, it seems to me that common sense would have her to adapt and make decisions with precaution if he's this active. Y'all, put your screen on full view so you can watch this foolery. I have also added a story time at the end of this video where my mom called during a date weekend to ask me if I knew about this new thing they got out now called doing heads. She thought it was about fixing hair. Y'all got to hear this story time. Well, all right. This is your boy, EBMN2K. Let's get it.
Like, it being nice is yours.
Eat your food. That's stuff I hate is when my kids complain about what they're eating. So yeah, they're eating eggs and stuff. You know, I just don't. I'm not, you know what, if you don't want to eat, don't eat. I'm not gonna do this. I just stood in there and I cooked. I'm not doing that. Funny. Okay, I need you to clean your plate off. You know the rules. It still applies. Clean your plate off, Karen, and then you can sit down. So clean it off, please. Will still apply. Literally, she's not off that computer until 3.
What? They got a cat? No, not young. They got something down there, and the warden, he even does bottle in a ball.
Okay, go get it. Run downstairs and get it. Hurry up. Maya, I literally said to stop opening my door. How did they even, how? No, you're not going outside. Because you know what? You're leaving that door open.
You're so lucky. This is not for. He throws this in the streets. And the car was right there. It almost ran over that.
No! This is a no-no. No-no. This is why I've been struggling to... Yeah, I make her do everything. Yeah, sure do. Who gives a fuck? Irritated. And people saying, put the twins down for a nap. In that case, they can just sleep in their room all day. And I might as well just isolate them and make them stay in there forever. Irritating. I'm trying. Thank you, Kellen. Hurry up, because your time is almost up. Thank you so much, Kellen. Seriously. And it looks like it was out there for a while because it's hot.
But when I saw it, I'm the car just far down here and then far down here. I was just like, Charlie.
Thank you so much. The best thing to do is to shut this down and take care of your kids. My kids are taken care of, day and day. You're doing this because I'm on live, Kevin. I told you. Y'all two need to clean out the room, clean out the table that y'all were just at, put their stuff back in your backpack. Don't just let it hang out. I'll just run my mouth too. If you're gonna run your mouth, I might as well run mine too. I can't control my kids. Because one day I see that Jasmine stressed the fuck out. She can't control her kids. One fucking day. And she's been doing perfectly fine. Some at the beginning, my life was a little bit different. With the only thing I will say that I went through was that I didn't show y'all everything. I kept it short. How many people get it? YouTube starts off as a hobby. And once you like, damn, you can make money off of here, I promise you, you ain't gonna turn back. This thing my mama said when she got her first check. And she didn't know she could make that much. She didn't know she could make enough that much to pay some bills. Hey, go. I'm not gonna say it again. That's getting on my nerves. You gotta get money come first. What is that? What is she braiding? I heard it. What was that? What was it? Okay, speak. What was it?
You're broken?
Yeah.
No. No.
And it broke over there. You're so mean to her. I don't care what you say.
Stop being mean to me.
Why you look like that?
Like what?
Like a hot pig.
Girl, shut up.
You like a hot pig.
They're just laying there. I don't know what they're doing. Go give me the baby monitor so I can look at it. See what they go. Bring it here. I don't like turning it up. Here, bring it here.
Why?
It's loud. What are they doing?
I need to play on that toy. Again?
You're supposed to be taking a nap. He's trying to get out. Don't go in there. Leave him alone. Amaya, take the hanger from Ava. Ava will lay on the floor because Aiden, he gets out of his bed and get in Ava's bed, and she will get out of her bed, get her blankets, and lay on the floor. She don't like sleeping with him at all.
Yeah.
Y'all.
I did that to him.
Go get that from him. Go get it. You got his shoes. He's gonna dump them out. Why is she doing everything for the kids? Because I don't feel like giving up, and her legs are perfectly fine to go in there and.
I spend the names everything.
Did you do what I told you to do? Did you pick up the shoes? Time.
Can I eat most with you?
No. I ain't sharing.
No, that means I'm gonna have my own noodles.
No, you don't need no noodles. Is your room clean? I'm gonna just starve my kids. Some people be thinking I starve them. I'm cooking late tonight. Y'all probably go to bed late tonight. I'm tired. Wake up and smell a clean house, okay? But today I woke up, and to be completely honest, I need to clean my room because I smell shit. Don't know why I can smell shit, but I can smell it. So I'm not gonna be here today. We're in my room somewhere. I don't know where because I don't have too much stuff in my room. But I have to clean up. The twins are awake and they're kind of just in there doing their own thing. All she can hear is Aiden talking about getting me out. So when I'm done, at least when I'm done sweeping, then I'll let them out. But until then, they can't stay in the room.
Mama, hi. Hey, Mama. Hi.
Y'all had to destroy y'all's room?
Yeah.
Come here. We about to clean up this room first.
No.
Yeah. Come on. We gotta clean up our room. Clean up. Aiden, come on. Let's clean up. Come help mommy clean up your room. Well, then we'll eat. Come on. Look. Don't listen. At least she's trying. Bed. Good girl. Girl, you trying. Are you ready? You gonna take your picture and color? And I'll take that back. All this stuff is off. Hey, wait, I'm not done with you, Aiden. Oh no, he's getting into the cereal again. Close the door. I was trying to put your clothes on. Don't you want to get cute and take a picture? Uh-oh. You want to? Put your arms up. Put your arms up. Come on, we have to change your clothes. Look, I don't let them eat in their room, but right now, it's first day of mommy school.
Yeah.
Caroline, can you give me a bag? Yeah, why not? I don't even know. Put your head on my arm.
Mama, see? What? Get it! I do my kind of thing.
Alright, okay, put this over here.
Okay, be quiet.
Get more subscribers, you get another play button. How much you got to get it there?
Mama, get
Roll up the vacuum.
Okay. Now.
Man, get a snack and y'all get out. I'm serious. Y'all irritating me, bro. And if I see a mess on the table, I am snapping. Because I just cleaned up. Y'all just ate. That really irritates irritates me. But I introduced it my HATERZ because she was right there. And yeah, and once Maya gets in her head about somebody, she don't let it go. And with that said, she literally, now she talk about it all the time. And you know, when he calls, I let him talk, like she talks to him on FaceTime too. And he was like, the other day, he was like, she didn't want me back. She's the reason I'm ready to come back now. She's so sweet. Da, da, da. I said, what about me? I really wish y'all stop yelling. I feel like I got it. They're fighting. Yourself? Someone peeping on yourself? Oh, yeah, mamas. You knew I wasn't tripping. Why you been still hot? Yes, I know, I'm trying to hurry up. I know, you can think, but I'm coming. I'm coming. Let's talk about like she's just cleaning the mess up, baby. She's not doing anything to you. Amen.
Smoothie, they were smoothie for breakfast.
You gonna have to go take off his clothes. Aiden, go take your clothes off. Kaylin, go take off Aiden's clothes, please. Kaylin. Yes, take his clothes off.
Why? Okay.
I'm about to get put their pajamas on. What do you mean why?
He's not letting me.
I didn't even read when she was 4 and 3. Well, it's 2:30 now. Can you go let them out their room? Kaylin, go let them out their room. Make sure he has his pants on. I know he keeps taking them off.
Leave her now.
Get my water. Get it. Is it closed? Hand me Aiden's shoes first. Go put my phone on charger in the living room. Hurry up. The minutes, right? Hey! Shut up! Yo, you're pissy. Get off of me. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. I don't care. Stomp your feet. Let's go. Shut up, crying like that. Come on. Yeah, I'm starting to hate that. Aiden, close that door. And then of course Kaylin goes in there and she don't like to hear them cry, but she go in there and baby them. Hey! See, they don't like sitting in chairs too long. Man, just take them out. Just take them them out. They about to go, they about to take a nap. I just can't today. Sometimes the screaming drives me crazy. Hush. We're not just sitting down. If I gotta clean up, you gotta clean up too. She don't want to help clean up. You know what? She got no choice. Amaya! I'm talking to myself. Go clean up that room. Just sit down. You go in there, Amaya. Hey, go. Go clean up the room. Better get your brother. Or he get his ass beat. Do you want a spank, man? He want to hit me so bad. I just popped it in.
Go. My name is Maya, and Mom's a children.
Go to the bathroom. Do not touch my wall, Ava.
Why is there stop that?
I mean, so many people on here.
So many likes and hearts.
Uh-oh. Eat your spaghetti. Ava. Sit down, Mama.
You know, I've come to the realization that with My Jazzy Life, it's not just that she's a bad parent. Jazzy is just stupid. She's stupid, y'all. Forrest Gump said it best. Stupid is as stupid does. In my last commentary, I gave you an example of how stupid Jazzy was when she told her kids to not run into the streets. At the time, she and her kids were sitting on the street curbside, 2 feet away from the street. It's like Jazzy creates scenarios for accidents to happen. This part 3 video is no different. In one clip, Jazzy places the toddler Aiden on the 4-foot-high kitchen counter table and walks away. Aiden was not fully on the kitchen counter table, and his legs were dangling freely as he sat on the edge of the kitchen table. But of course, sitting on the edge of the kitchen counter table did not last long. Right after Jazzy walks away from him, baby Aiden falls from the 4-foot-high kitchen counter onto the floor as Jazzy's daughters try to catch his fall. Then Jazzy blames him and says he does this all the time because he acts like an acrobat. Well, if this is the case, it seems to me that common sense would have her to adapt and make decisions with precaution if he's this active. Y'all, put your screen on full view so you can watch this foolery. I have also added a story time at the end of this video where my mom called during a date weekend to ask me if I knew about this new thing they got out now called doing heads. She thought it was about fixing hair. Y'all got to hear this story time. Well, all right. This is your boy, EBMN2K. Let's get it.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118,
This is EBMN2K, and yes, you read the title correctly. This is a story time about when my mom called during a date weekend to ask me if I knew about this new thing they got out now called doing heads. She thought it was about fixing hair, y'all. So you gotta hear this story time. And I'm not gonna hold you up. We finna get into it right now. I have added a repeat of this story time for those who came into the premiere late. I will be in the chat if you have any questions or just want to chop it up. I also added a music video at the end that serves as a promotion of my upcoming story times. This is your boy EBMN2K. Let's get it. Y'all put your screen on full view and look at this. I need for you to put your screen on full view. Do y'all see this lovely lady right here? I had to partly block her face to preserve her identity. I call her Chocolate Barber Doll. She used to purposely order a tall cafe mocha when we went out. And then she'll look at me with a devilish grin because she knew I would mentally make the connection with what she ordered and how she looked. A tall cafe mocha. Oh, she was clever, and at times perfectly matched my wit. Now, we loved each other's body, but even more so, we loved each other's mind. The mind sex made the real sex much more intense. And that's real talk. Now, this is my master bedroom in my first purchased townhome in East Cobb, Atlanta. I did not know it at the time, but East Cobb is one of the most sought after areas in America because of its school system. And I also purchased the property foreclosed at a low price. So I purchased a nice starter home in a prime area and got equity at closing. So yes, I hit a triple double on my first real estate debut. Like I was Magic Johnson, man. Now I met Shorty around the same time I bought my home. She was excited about it more than I was. She wanted to help decorate it, so I gave her $50 and told her to go all out, baby, and do your thing. Yo, I'm just playing. But I was living on a budget. At the time, I had cheap black lacquer bedroom furniture and a pleather black sofa and love seat downstairs. She was able to put together a young bachelor starter kit with a basic comforter for my bed, them throw pillows that serves no other purpose than being in the way, that vase with them sticks in it, candles for my garden tub, and more vases with sticks in it. For example, here's my cute little dining room area she decorated for me with custom blinds in the back. Bless her heart. She did good with what she had. I consider her the real MVP. All right, so here's the backstory. I met this young lady at Essence Festival during a 4th of July weekend. I was at a Kid Capri party hosted by the one and only Dougie Fresh. Man, look, Dougie Fresh got on the mic to perform the classic song, The Show, and I had to find someone to dance with. Luckily, this chocolate barber doll caught my eye, so I just walked up to her and held out my hand. She asked me, "What are you doing?" I replied, "You gonna let my arm fall off?" She replied, "Nigga, you ain't Billy D. Williams, and this ain't Lady Sings the Blues. Now you come with me." And she took my hand and led me to the dance floor. We danced and chatted and flirted. We hit it off and exchanged numbers and talked on the phone for weeks after the Essence Festival. Now remember, social media was almost non-existent at the time. So there was no photos being sent to no DMs. We were just going off on what we remembered how each other looked during the brief time on the dance floor during the Dougie Fresh song. And that was hard for me because at the point in the party, I was tipsy off that Hennessy. But nonetheless, I still made it do what it do in terms of closing the deal. I convinced her that if she really wanted to get to know me, she needed to come and let this aroma from my chest hit her nose. She agreed, so she got flued out to see about EBMN2K. And that's flued, FLEWED, flued. Now, full disclosure, I am an engineer, and at the time, I was flying out every week for on-site visits with clients working on projects. So when she was flew in on Friday, her flight came in before mine, and I provided transportation to my house and left a key under the mat for entry. I talked to her on the phone to make sure she was comfortable. I pointed out where things were and gave basic instructions. There was one instruction that was very important to me. It goes a little something like this. Hey, if the phone rings, don't pick it up. Just let it roll over the voicemail. I repeat. Hey, if the phone rings, don't pick it up. Just let it roll over the voicemail. I think y'all all know where this is going, right? So my plane touches down late Friday evening. As I stated before, her flight came in earlier and she's already at my house. I called to check on her and let her know I just made it in. I asked her if everything is okay. She said yes, but then said, oh wait, I talked to your mom. I said, you talked to my mom? I'm baffled because I can't figure out how this could have possibly happened after I gave her clear instructions not to pick up my phone. She proceeds to say that the phone rang and she forgot, but talked to my mother, and my mother said call her as soon as I get in because it's an emergency. Now this ain't good, y'all. This ain't good at all. I'm already stressed out by work-related stuff from a client. This business travel every week is draining my energy. And now I got to deal with someone who can't follow simple instructions. And then I got to call my drama queen mama, who I already know is about to exaggerate something, so she can have a reason to call me 11 times. I'm hot, yo. I'm hot. My weekend ain't starting on the right foot. So I get to the house, walk in, and immediately ask her to explain this conversation with my mother again. She confirms that yes, she accidentally picked up the phone, talked to my mom, and she said call her as soon as I get in because it's an emergency. So now I'm like, oh shit, somebody done died. Somebody done died, yo. So I first come down because I could see she was nervous. I mean, what a hell of a way to start a rendezvous weekend with someone you just getting to know. I fixed a glass of wine, picked up the phone to call my mother, while my girl looked at me nervously, wringing her hands. The phone rings, my mom picks up. I said, hey, I heard that there was an emergency. What's going on? My mom replies, and I quote, oh yeah, I wanted to ask you, have you heard of this new thing they got out now called doing heads? I repeat, oh yeah, I wanted to ask you, have you heard of this new thing they got out now called doing heads? Now, first, to put things in proper context, my mom was a middle school counselor and a Sunday school teacher. So if hearing this seems odd to you, it was odd to me tenfold. So I said, Mama, what are you talking about? She says, well, a girl came into my office today and said she needed to talk to me because everybody's talking about her doing heads. I thought the girl was talking about doing hair, so I asked her where she does heads at because I'm trying to figure out why would they be teasing her. She said sometimes she does it in the gym behind the bleachers, which I thought was odd. I said, well, let me ask you this, baby. What time do you do heads? Because if you do it before the bell ring, technically you're not on school time. And I'm sure I can get the principal to sign off on it. Then the girl looked at me funny. So then I asked her how much she charged. The girl said nothing. I said, well, baby, that's why they talking about you. You coming in here every morning doing heads, and you not making no money. As a matter of fact, I got a brother who does men and women, and he makes good money per head. Now, by this time, y'all, I am laying on the floor on my back in utter disbelief. My girl is looking at me all nervous, and I know at this point she want to take her ass back home. So my mom continued this story on how she accidentally counseled a student to give head for pay before the school bell rings, y'all. She says even though she thought she was giving the girl good advice, she noticed the girl kept looking at her strange. And then my mom says this. And then the girl told me, she explained that doing heads was sucking on a boy's dangling. And I said, oh, Jesus, have mercy, Lord. Jesus, have mercy, Lord. I had to call in another counselor to finish off my session. Y'all, I fainted and I went in and out of coma 2 or 3 times, yeah. I just could not believe what I was hearing. I finally got myself together and I told my girl, look, let's get out of here and go to Cheesecake Factory. My mood reminded me of how Biggie handled the situation on his song, I Got a Story to Tell, where he had to fake rob somebody to get out of a situation. Biggie said, that nigga was pulling mad G's off the floor. I put stacks in a Prada knapsack and hit the door. I grabbed the keys to the 5, call my niggas on the cell, bring some weed, I got a story to tell.